Taurus, hi. Welcome to Searching in Fearless Recovery Tarot. Here is a short spread of how the rest of your March will go. What lessons are coming up for you? What needs to be worked on? 10th house in Pluto. Okay, so we're learning the act of surrendering currently. Your soul could be calling you to do something right now, but it seems impossible, and it's something that you have to manifest. You're feeling this way because Spirit is trying to help you to lean on them more. Wow. Okay, so I got Judgment reversed. Okay, this is talking about inner judgment of yourself. King of Pentacles in the positive position. That's always good, focusing on finances. But the Hermit is reversed, okay? The Hermit in one card is a story within itself. It represents Virgo as well. So you could have some Virgo in your chart as well. But really what I'm seeing here is that someone is struggling. It feels like abundance is coming, but they're struggling to understand how or why or what they need to do in order to get it. And I feel like this is happening to you because Spirit wants you to learn how to manifest the feeling, not the person, the place, or the thing, but the feeling, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what's important. And I think that a lot of us forget that sometimes, is putting our hand on our heart and just manifesting. If we're manifesting a partner, you know, sometimes we get lost in other people and we feel like they are absolutely the one. But I guarantee if you were to look 5 years ago and see the person that you wanted 5 years ago, if this message applies to you, you're like, oh, hell no. I'm glad I didn't have that person, you know? It's because Spirit always knows what's best for us and is always going to guide us in the best way. It's how much we tend to hold on that keeps the pain going and keeps it in this monotonous loop of feeling hopeless and feeling like you can't move forward. But really, this time is about you really truly choosing yourself. Yeah. It seems like you've gone through a lot of heartbreak recently, and it just feels like a very dull time in your life. It feels very monotonous. I just hear a clock ticking, and it's like every day you wake up and it feels like Groundhog's Day. But that's because you're going through an ego death. Some of you could be even going through a spiritual awakening. And right now, you're meant to shed all the layers of the past that no longer serve you, that are no longer needed. And sometimes that's a little painful and uncomfortable, but it's what we need. Some of you have multiple people coming to you, or some of you have someone who's interested in you romantically. They're offering you this cup of love, this emotional cup of love, but the Page of Pentacles reversed is like they're not willing to bring in the commitment that's necessary, the commitment that's needed. You could also be thinking about an ex or still have feelings for an ex and be frustrated because you feel like there's no way that it could possibly move forward or go through. Let's get some clarification on this Queen of Cups reversed. There are things being hidden from you right now, and that's why you feel so confused. With the High Priestess reversed, I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you something or trying to indicate something to you. If there's a person that's been on your mind or that you haven't found closure with, definitely this is the time to embark on that and to try to find closure so that you can heal and let go of the past. Spirit, why do they need to contact this person? Why do they need to contact this person from the past? Because you're always going, okay, this is deep. I feel like for some of you, there are wounds within your family, wounds within your inner child that you're struggling with currently. And this ex, you could have possibly thought that you were going to get married to them, or that there was going to be a commitment, or there was going to be something happening, and there was this closure, there was this false closure, whether it was you or them. There was this false closure that happened, and it really instilled in you those negative false beliefs about family. It's like some of you are just trapped in that moment. For some of you, I feel like you ran away from this person, or this person, you just instantly cut them off in your life. And keep in mind, this could be vice versa. This could be the other way around. You know, somebody could have cut you off. But there is the need for closure here. There is the need for closure on this. And that's what's weighing heavily on your heart right now. And that's, for those of you who it's on the opposite end, the person cut you out. This is learning how to find closure within yourself. I feel like if that's relevant for you, there could be some codependent tendencies that Spirit is trying to cut off in your life for your highest good, because there's a need to need somebody. And for those of you who cut the person off or cut the person out of your life, the reason why this is so painful and it's not going away is because there needs to be a closure. There needs to be a conversation had. Even as scary as that can be, it's incredibly healing, and it's something that's necessary in order for you to instill the right beliefs and to find what you absolutely deserve, because you deserve to be loved. You deserve to have family. You deserve to have married. I just think that whatever happened to you in the past really jolted those feelings or thoughts towards marriage. Yeah, you're coming in as the wounded warrior with the 9 of Pentacles here. It's like, and the 10 of Swords. You could feel backstabbed, broken by the other person. Let's clarify this Magician reversed. You could feel like you were manipulated. But Spirit is like highlighting and bringing attention to that you need to communicate with this person for closure. For those of you that just cut the person off. Okay, because I feel like there are unfinished stories in your head or assumptions that are leading you to more negative decisions and choices for yourself, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's like I'm feeling a little bit of a buck back from some of you of like, well, they did this and they did that and they did this, but I'm not saying it for them. I'm saying it for you. I'm saying it for your heart. I'm saying it so that you can clear the pathway. Whatever you want to do or whatever ended up happening, make sure that you have the right story, okay? Yeah, they keep talking about stories. I keep hearing loops of thought in your head. Some of you are taking advice from people that are outside of the situation, and Spirit is recommending that you go within and figure out what you truly want. And not to go by what other people want for you, because that's the reason why you're hurting, is that you care what these other people think to such an extent that you're willing to hurt yourself and not bring closure to a situation or heal from something. And that's never going to make things right. You're never going to feel right in that way if you try to please other people, because they're not in your head. They're not in your daily life. They weren't in your relationship. They didn't know, you know? So that's for some of you, not all of you. Please take that message only if it resonates. There's an obsession for clarity. Clarity. There's clarity needed because you're in a fog and your thoughts can't stop thinking about this. And whether it's you're thinking about this specific relationship, or you're just figuring that that's what people will do to you, or of course that's the way it's going to end up, because it always ends up that way for me. And you're right, it will always end up that way for you if you have that mentality. It's important for you to, as silly as meditation and mantras sound to some of you, mantras are necessary because they help us to create new neurotransmitters, new neural pathways for us to think in different ways. Because whatever happened within your family situation earlier in life, you were programmed to think that you weren't enough, or that you were always, I'm hearing for some of you, lone wolf. It's like some of you were neglected as children. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you were neglected as children, and you learned that this world was a very cruel place before you should have. It's like your innocence in your childhood was taken away from you way before it should have been. And that's where this twist is going, because it's like right when something didn't go your way or something didn't happen in the relationship that you thought should, that's when you decided to cut out. And when you cut out is when you needed to finish the story the most, because it's those thought traps that you get yourself in that lead you into feeling like you're a caged monkey and you're just siphoning around in your mind and driving yourself crazy when you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. Some of you are scared how the other person will react. Some of you feel like this other person is closed off. Let's get some clarification on this Queen of Swords. Some of you feel like the other person wouldn't be open to healing. Wouldn't be open to having a conversation. Please clarify the Queen of Swords reverse. Please clarify the Queen of Swords reverse, Spirit. Oh no. Okay. Some of you still have feelings for this person, but you feel like they've completely cut you off or closed you off. For some of you, you're not even willing to acknowledge that your heart feels wish fulfillment when you're with them because of what happened after the Tower. So there was definitely a Tower moment that happened between you two, but there's conversations that need to be had. This is talking about getting together and really finding a compromise. Some of you have children with this individual. Some of you have other commitments. I'm seeing some of you could share a dog with this person, or animals with this person. Okay, I want to see how this Queen of Swords reversed feels. And by the way, don't worry about genders, okay? Queen, king, it doesn't matter. It's all energy, okay? So when I say queen, I mean a more laid back energy. I mean an energy where it's going to be a little bit more feminine in nature. It's going to be a little bit more receptive to the things that come to it. King is going to be a masculine energy where they're going to take charge and lead and move forward. So don't get too worried about gender or anything like that in my readings. Okay, how does this Queen of Swords feel? How does this Queen of Swords feel about you? How does this Queen of Swords truly feel? I feel like they're thinking the same thing and they're learning lessons just like you are on the other side. I feel like you guys are mirroring each other, honestly. It feels like this other person is a lot more receptive than you think. It's just that they come in as the Knight of Wands and they come in as the Swords. I feel like boundaries were created for this person. Boundaries were created for this person. And that created a new dynamic which scared you. Understandably. Understandably. Because when you're both in a relationship and both of you don't even know your own needs, how can the relationship be successful? But this person is learning. They're trying to learn these lessons. They're trying to move forward with the best attitude that they can. What's the Seven of Cups? I feel like this person, you may think that they have a lot of options, and that may be true. But with this Seven of Cups reversed, I'm feeling like they don't care about the other options. They're not looking at the other options. They don't care. Lovers in the middle of the deck. They want victory. They want victory. Ace of Cups. This is a new emotional commitment. Six of Wands. This talks about public victory, public accolade. Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who's very stable financially. This is somebody who knows how to take care of children and make her monies. Or their monies, sorry. I think this person is a lot more receptive than you think. It's just a matter of letting down your walls. And I think that's the scariest part for you, which is totally understandable, especially when dynamics change. But there's a need to let your heart in. Let your love in, please. Let your love in. King of Swords reversed, it's like, wow, you guys are truly mirroring each other, because it's like you feel like this other person is the Queen of Swords reversed and you're coming in as the King of Swords reversed. And Queen of Swords and King of Swords are kind of like my divorcees of the deck. That's kind of how I consider them. But truly, in your heart of hearts, you're coming in as the King of Pentacles. Both, you came up as a true pair twice, okay? And what did she come in as? Or they, I'm sorry, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. If y'all aren't meant to be together, okay, because for some of you that will not resonate. So if you feel like you're not meant to be with this person, or just have a conversation with them. I feel like there's a lot of love that was shared between you two, and maybe the dynamic changed and that scared the both of you because you didn't know how to handle it. But that doesn't mean that you can't move forward and compromise, especially if you share animals or children. That doesn't mean that peace can't be attained between you two. No matter what the relationship ends up being, there's a real need for this relationship to keep evolving, keep moving forward. I think that this person was meant to come in to help teach you, and you them, because you guys mirror each other. All those insecurities, it's double, both of you. That's what I'm seeing. Let love in. And if you can't do it today, just do the small steps every day to let love in and to help and to trust. And honestly, I was just, okay, not gonna lie, I just was watching a TikTok and they were talking about how can you trust somebody after everything that happened? How do you know you can trust somebody? And really, it's all about accountability, you know? It's all about conversation, accountability, and giving that person what you need and respecting their boundaries, and vice versa. And I feel like both of you are definitely taking the hard route, but the necessary route in order for you to get that done. I hope this message is making sense, because I'm just like rolling out cards and sometimes I don't even understand myself at the end of my readings. Okay, let's get the guidance cards. Okay, Spirit, what guidance does my Taurus Recovery Collective need to know at this time? Thank you so much for your blessings and signs and love. What does my Taurus Recovery Collective need to know the most at this time? Okay. So first card I got is why, in positive position. Okay. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. And I'm going to do the relationship message just because I'm drawn to it right now. We don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. I cannot make this up. Okay. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this and why did I say that, and spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? Okay, and then the next one I got was clean it up. Also, some of you may be having trouble speaking your truth right now because I keep having to clear my throat. Okay. Time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street, and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours, to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, and sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. So I feel like what they're talking about when they say it's okay to say no is it's okay to say no or to have a different belief than somebody else. It's okay to follow your heart sometimes. And it's okay to negate the conditions that you were raised to be in. It's okay to change your mind, which is most important. So I hope that this makes sense for you. I will see you very soon, Taurus. Bye.